Greetings, dear ones. How pleased and honored we are to be in your presence today. We honor you for making the commitment to come and anchor the energies of the group. And of course, when we say group, we mean not only those who are in the room at this time, but also those who will be enjoying this transmission on your internet at a later time. Today we would like to discuss the importance of authenticity and how embracing your authenticity will bring you to a far greater comfort than you have experienced while in the body on the earth at any time. These are, of course, exciting times that you are in. You have been releasing like champions. You have been shifting. You have been transmuting. We have discussed this at length in our previous transmissions, and now you are getting much like a hard candy as you dissolve through the various layers down to your sweet, gooey core of love, and how delightful that is. So what does that mean? What that means is that you have let go of the layers of density that were masking who you really are, that were masking your authenticity. And now, as you have gone through this incredible process, most of you working tirelessly for at least the last 10 years, you are getting to the point that you are simply left with who you really are and how delightful that is from our perspective. We understand for you it can feel disconcerting. You can feel in one moment delightfully connected to Source. You can feel aligned and supported and magnificent, and in the next you may feel bare naked, you may feel exposed, you may feel raw. It may feel somewhat challenging for you, but it is so important that you understand that from this place of authenticity is where you will create your comfort. You see, as you become more clear about what brings you joy, what you are here to do, what you wish to experience, you become very clear transmitters and begin to affect the change on the new earth that you wish to see. And you also start to magnetize to you those very wonderful experiences you desire. Again, the more authentic you are, the more comfortable you will become, because everything you draw to you will be your true match. Authenticity is not something to be afraid of. We understand that for many old souls, such as yourselves, you have had past life experiences where your authenticity has led to your untimely demise. Dear ones, this will not happen this time around, we assure you. You are supported in becoming, in being your truth. The energies, rather than being very discordant to that, are only assisting that state at this time. So your truth, your transparency, your beingness is what is being energetically supported, and to resist that is what will cause the discomfort, where in past life expressions, trying to be authentic was very much at odds with what was being energetically supported at that time. You are in very different times now, dear ones. You have passed that magic marker into this brand new age. This is what you are here to do and to experience, and it is what is being supported as you move forward, so there is no need for fear. But we understand, many of you have been shunned, many of you have been persecuted, but it is time for you to release those old experiences because they would simply never happen again. Even for some of you who have been ridiculed within your family units, within some of your older friendships before the supportive energies of today, that will be resolved by the end of this incarnation. All of those people will be finding their way into the same things you have been talking about all along in their own unique ways. You will find that there will be many who start to not only come around to your way of thinking, but start to ask you for your guidance, because you have been being such brilliant teachers by example. So let us talk a little bit about authenticity being imperative for your comfort. Let us again go back to a salad buffet. Our dear partner in transmission once asked us, Gabriel, why? Why are there so many analogies with food? The reason for that is that both food and spirituality are your sustenance. They apply very well to each other, and it is something that most having a human experience can relate to. So let us suppose that you were very excited to go dine at a wonderful buffet, and you get there and you pick up your plate and see all kinds of wonderful foods that you just can't wait to experience. Some of your very favorites are there, and they look oh so delicious, and just as you start to reach for them, someone says, "Oh no, you shouldn't have that. That's not healthy for you. You should have this instead." If you do not give yourself permission to have your own experiences, you may, in your desire to please others, put what they suggest on your plate. But you will no longer be having the joyous experience that you thought your dining out would be. You would have food, you would have nutrients, your belly might be full, your body would be sustained, but you wouldn't feel as good because you had made a choice that was not in line with your authenticity. So whatever it is you need on your unique path, you can only find by being true to your authenticity and being true to yourself. Following the path of joy follows those unique interests that you came into the body holding in order to find your way on your life path. Honoring those will allow you to have a life of joy, a life of comfort, enjoyment, and satisfaction. And furthermore, you will be abundantly rewarded because it will be in line with who you really are, which is again what is being energetically supported at this time. If you are forever giving up on what you really want or what is right for you, you will not be able to find the comfort that you seek. Furthermore, if you are not in acceptance of other people being in charge of their own comfort, you will not be having a very comfortable experience at all if you think everyone is somehow just being wrong. Do you see? It is not only about your authenticity. It is about supporting and celebrating others in theirs as well. Understand that everyone has their own comfort zone. That is what makes all of you part of the mosaic that is making the creation of the new earth so completely and breathtakingly amazing. Do you see? You cannot find your comfort if you are busy trying to be something that you are not. You cannot find your comfort if you are still attached to the idea that you cannot grow without discomfort and strife. Do you feel that you cannot be a spiritual person if you don't suffer? That is a very old paradigm. Have you released that? Do you even believe that you can move forward and have your highest life expression with grace, ease, and comfort? You most certainly can. And the way to do it is through embracing your own authenticity and knowing that no one else can be the expert on you. Comfort is a huge part of the creation of the new earth. You have already had the wars, the illness, the heartbreak, the pain, the suffering. You've had that experience. You do not need to create chaos in your life in order to grow, dear ones. The trauma that occurs in your life is to get your attention. When you are willingly embracing your growth, when you are surrendering and flowing in your highest life expression, trauma no longer serves a purpose. Do you see? So if trauma no longer serves a purpose, does it not make sense then that comfort is part of where you are going, even with your ascension? You have come to expect that it is fraught with discomfort. We say to you, as long as you are not resisting, as long as you can stay in surrender and flow, you can ascend and do it with far greater grace and ease and comfort than what you have been experiencing thus far. You have a model that many of you follow that says, I must suffer terribly before the sun will shine. It's a very old thinking. Why? Ask yourself why. Why is that so? And you will see that you will not have a good answer for it. You are evolving beyond the world of contrast. Surrender and flow with intention is the new operating system of the enlightening human beings. Contrast existed to get your attention. Contrast existed to get you to define yourself. Once you see yourself as being a beloved child of God, a piece of source, a God on the planet creating, why do you need that contrast? If you have accepted who you really are, you can suddenly move beyond that old duality system that holds chaos, angst, pain, and suffering for growth. You can simply be and create. There is a belief system that being in the body by its very nature creates discomfort. And while yes, there are challenges for many of you in being in the body, perhaps it might be nice to start to focus on the great joys that you experience being in physical form. There are many, many experiences that you have in the body that you do not have when you are in your spirit state. The enjoyment of food, physical touch, even crying. Are you surprised to hear that? Even the act of crying is something that is often missed when you are out of the physical body because it is such a pure and tangible release of energy. Being in the physical body is like going to a theater and having the full 3D experience. It allows you to experience a contained reality. There are many, many, many pleasures, many great joys from being in the body. So perhaps it is time to let go of this idea that it is a cross to bear. The sheer joy that you have on a soul level for being on the planet in the physical body during this amazing time is beyond anything that you can imagine. You are so honored to be right where you are. You couldn't wait to come and be part of this amazing ascension of your planet. You are thrilled to be in the body. When you practice gratitude, you tap into that. You tap into being thrilled to be in your body. And as you start to do that, dear ones, do you see how comfortable you will become when you start to realize what a wondrous privilege it is to be you rather than a chore, rather than some never-ending job? Hear us when we say that you have done such a magnificent job. You are now poised and ready to live your life with joy, with excitement, with complete comfort and ease. It is simply for you to decide that this is the way you wish to do things now. This is the next big step of your evolution, and we are beyond excited to see what you will do with it. This is what we wanted to share with you today.